channel. Today I'm here with Bryson to talk about his horrible Tinder experience. So Bryson, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Bryson. I own my own plumbing business. I'm 23 years old, and I was born in South Dakota, and I moved here with my family.
Interesting. So you had a horrible Tinder experience date. So let's start off with what her name was.
Her name was Sheila.
Sheila. Okay. And how long was it that you were talking to Sheila before you decided to go on a date with her?
Well, in her Tinder bio, she had some questionable things. Heard she got around sometimes. So, we just went on a date the next day. Met her about 9 o'clock at night.
Where'd you go?
We went to Taco Bell.
Okay. Did she look like her pictures on Tinder?
She was a little thicker.
Okay. Was that a problem for you?
No, bigger the better, I think.
Okay. So, were you easily able to communicate?
Yeah.
So you were attracted to this girl?
Yeah, it's like I knew her my whole life. She was funny and everything. She had a good sense of humor, which is good because I like to talk and everything. So.
Okay, so after that night, when was your next date?
We went on about 2 more.
Okay.
Nothing too serious. Just 'cause it was just really just to have a friend. Just somebody to talk to and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so what part did you realize that this was just really crazy?
Well, the first date, she was the one who wanted Taco Bell, which was cool with me, but, it was a cheap date. But I don't know, something seemed off about her from the start. Like it's almost like I was saying, like I knew her my whole life. Seems like we had a lot in common, kind of came from the same area and stuff like that. So, but that was cool though, but I just surprised that I'd never seen her before. We were both from South Dakota, we talked about the same things, had the same stuff in common. She went to a different high school, but there was just a bunch of stuff that seemed similar, so it's almost like a too good to be true, you know what I mean?
Right, and did you ever look her up on social media?
I tried, but I could never find her. I found her on MySpace, but you know how outdated that is.
Right. Okay, so whenever you noticed she was weird, were you still interested, or did you kind of start easing away?
Yeah. Like, how I only have 3 toes, so I am a little weird myself. But, everybody has their quirks, but I think you should really give everybody a chance, she was, like I said, she was a sweet girl, so, I was down to get to know her. I don't want to judge a book by its cover,
right.
So, I gave it a chance.
Okay, so, did you continue to go on multiple dates with this girl, looking for a friendship or a relationship?
Well, after that, we had our first date. And then after that 3rd date, it kind of took a turn, and that ended it right there.
Okay, so where were you?
Well, we went out to Chopsticks.
Okay.
And, Asian fusion or whatever it is, getting mixy with it. Had some sushi here, some fried rice, some chicken. She liked teriyaki chicken, which I like teriyaki chicken too. But yeah, we went to Food Line, got us some ice cream after that, and, just hung out.
Okay. So what got really weird?
Well, she kept, like I had mentioned previous, she just kept talking about some of the same stuff that I knew back from my hometown, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. So, as we just kept talking and everything, it seemed like, that we really knew about a lot of people, but it's just crazy because I never heard, of her.
So what did you think about that? Did you think maybe she was lying about her name or her past?
Like I said, maybe too good to be true, but I didn't know, if she had been stalking me or if she had kind of like talked to people I knew just to kind of try and figure something out about me. Yeah, exactly. So I didn't know if like she's some crazy stalker chick or if she was just being genuine and it was a coincidence,
So did you ever question her about this or?
Yeah, it was kind of early on in the, our relationship as just knowing people, so I really didn't want to say much. I didn't want to, call her bullshit or nothing like that. But, I kind of kept thinking. So on that 3rd date, I kind of confronted her about it.
Okay, so how did you confront her?
She had mentioned something about actually knowing my grandpa. And it kind of threw me for a loop. Because, she had mentioned, like, friends or relatives. Or, someone down at a Leroy's Tractor Supply that I knew. And so, I kind of said, I was like, well, how do you know my grandpa? And that's when it really got weird.
What was her response?
She said, "That is my mom's uncle." And I said, "Excuse me?" And what it turns out is Sheila was actually related to me. It was my damn cousin.
So, what did she say when y'all figured this out?
Well, it kind of took me for a loop because she wanted to keep dating, like some cousin kissing type stuff. And that's why I'm on here talking to you today about the weird Tinder day, is because I'm not down with dating my cousin. Like, hell no! A thumbs up if you think that's true. Like, if you would date your cousin. Comment if you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's definitely very weird. What did you tell her? Like, absolutely not? And
well, like I said, it was kind of like a crazy experience, like something that could be told in a story. We sat there and talked. Obviously I was turned off immediately. Like, she was pretty hot. She was definitely gifted, but right then and there I was like, no, we can't do this. And she kind of tried to reason with me and say, we're not, really direct cousins and stuff like that. And I was like, I still don't want any part of, of any of that with my family, because at the end of the day, you're on Tinder. You're definitely gonna try and hook up. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, sorry viewers, but I don't know. I kind of freaked me out, and she kept insisting that we go on and on and on about it, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And I was trying to walk out in my car. She followed me out there. We were at my house at this point, like I said. And I was trying to follow her out to my car, and I was just going to drive off hoping she would leave, just like take the hint. And she followed me out there, and she literally like got in my car with me. And that's when I knew that I was like, yo, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah. So, how did you finally get rid of her for that night?
Well, she stayed in my car, but it was honestly freaking me out. So I played things cool, and I drove up to the local Dairy Queen, and I went out. I was like, okay, let's just go inside, get some ice cream, and we'll talk about it. The girl loved ice cream. She was crazy about ice cream. We just had ice cream at the house, and she wanted more ice cream.
Okay.
So I took her in there, and I buy her ice cream, and I said I had to use the old bathroom trick. And as I did that, I went, and believe it or not, I crawled through the window of the restaurant. Crawled right out.
So you just snuck out to your car?
I snuck out. And I get in my car, and I drive a really fast Mustang, so I was just shifting gear, sitting there spinning tires throughout the entire parking lot. And I'm telling you, man, I got out of there. I looked in my rearview mirror. She was chasing me.
On foot or in like a...
No, she stole somebody's bicycle.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so after that day, did you ever hear from her?
Well, I got really curious, so I started talking to my family about it, trying to ask around like who this girl was, and it turns out that she had actually been sent away to a school because she was actually mentally insane.
Oh my gosh.
And she came back, and that's why she had moved out, because she was actually at a school down in North Carolina. And that's why I think they ratted up. It was kind of like they were trying to keep it hush-hush, because in elementary school, she assaulted some girl. And so that's why they sent her to North Carolina to a private school down here. And, but she would always come back and visit, so I guess that's how she knew the people that I knew. But I never really linked up with her, but I did some research and I found that out about her. And I can't believe that I would actually spend that, the few dates that I was with her, with a criminal.
So do you think she knew that you were her cousin, or do you think she found out whenever y'all put it together?
To be honest with you, I really don't think she cared. I mean, this girl was crazy. She might have been into that kind of stuff. Fetishes for everything.
Did you ever hear from her after that day?
No, I blocked her on Tinder. I switched all my stuff to private. My Facebook, my MySpace, my Twitter. What other app was that? I had her on Words with Friends, or that Scrabble game and everything like that. Blocked her on there. I would see her at work occasionally, but I would kind of dodge because I think she was stalking me, so I would always hide. So I never really talked to her much after that, which I'm glad I didn't.
So did your family members were they close to her in any way, or her family? That
You know
side
what?
of the family?
I think my dad knew the mom pretty well.
Mm.
But it was never really like a close relationship, so they never thought of bringing her around. They didn't want to create family drama, so
Right.
they really told us kids about it.
Right.
So it's something that was keeping it hidden. But you know, if I would have never met her like that, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But you know, I kind of wish I would have got a heads up. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely.
So, have you had any other crazy experiences with this girl, or any other Tinder date?
No, I never really did. I didn't really talk to her much past that. I found my sister on there one day, and she had one shot, you know, from the shoulder down. So that's a pretty hot chick, but you know that I guess it's just my luck finding family members on there.
Right.
But I swiped away on that one for sure because I went to the next picture and it was her. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay off Tinder for a little while, you know. But I do have some crazy stories that I do need to tell from while I was on there.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop you right there, Bryson. Thank you, YouTubers, for watching, and the next video will be in my link when it is posted by YouTubers.
Bye.